Hey guys, this is Smithy. Welcome to my channel. Today's video is a very special one. This video idea I got from Emily's makeup bag here on YouTube. I'll link her video in the description box below. But today we're going to talk about all the makeup that I have purchased in like sale, some kind of a sale I would say, and if they are my hits or misses. I generally tend to buy a lot of makeup when it is on sale. Some turn out to be really great, some turn out to be not so much. So if you're interested to see which of the makeup that I picked out on a sale worked out for me, then please keep on watching. Okay, let's start off with the such a favorite of mine, because I love my jewel tones, and when I saw this palette on sale and such a huge sale, I had to pick it up. And this is my Melt Cosmetics Amor Y Mariposa palette. You still can find this on a sale price. This originally was $70, which I would have never paid for. But for $28, I am so happy with my purchase that I cannot even say. This is like my ideal jewel tone, like color story. If I can eliminate, I would eliminate those greens, but I still love the greens that are there in the palette. But generally, like those deep rusty purpley tones, those maroon tones, those reds, those brown, it is absolutely breathtaking. Like I love the quality of the palette. Even though this palette is like matte heavy, I love that it is matte heavy because I have heard like tremendous amount of like praises for Melt's mattes. And I'm glad that I could find this on a sale price. So I would highly recommend this. And this was like a smash hit for me. I'm doing this again, second time recording. I have to keep checking my teeth because the last time I recorded the video, from the starting till the end, like I finished my video and that is when I saw like this dark brown lipstick all over my teeth. So now I'll keep checking it. The next palette that I have to recommend to you guys is another smash hit, and I got it from TJ Maxx, and this is the ABH Subculture palette. Now, I know that this was like a very controversial palette with like, I don't know, a great amount of fallout. I was very lucky in that aspect. I got this palette like this year in my collection, and I'm glad that this is in my collection. This is the palette that I'm wearing on my eyes today. I have basically this on my outer corners, this also on like the middle section of my outer corners. I have this as my shimmer shade and also in my inner corners, and that is my eye look. Like I really love the way how everything like turned out. I blended everything with this new wave shade in my crease, and that's it. Like I love that this is jewel tones. These are very like unique tones in my collection, and I really am glad that this is in my collection again at a sale price. Yes, for sure, I would highly recommend this. Okay, now let's talk about a palette that was a regret. Again, I got this like from TJ Maxx. I saw the company and I was like, no, I need to try it. I cannot miss on it. And this is from Becca. Now, Becca is out of business right now, so it won't like make sense right now. And you cannot even like purchase this. But at that time when I purchased this, I was like drooling over this because it had like bronzer, it had some beautiful blushes, some blush topper shades, some beautiful highlighters, and this is like champagne pop. They're like famous champagne pop, and I thought that this would be like amazing deal to crack this and like try more products from Becca. I only dip into this palette because of the champagne pop shade, but I do have like a champagne pop highlighter separately in my collection. So I don't know why I got this. Like I would end up giving this palette to my sister who doesn't have so much of makeup because the product's like quality is really amazing. It's just that I never use it. So it was a regret for me. And this would be passed along to my sister maybe in a month or two. Maybe she's visiting me. I don't know. Let's hope. The next palette that I really jumped on for a sale as soon as I saw this on a sale, and that was a Natasha Denona palette, like her Diamond and Blush Bomb palette, which originally is for $88, but I got this. I have a annoying mirror right in front of me. Okay. Now I need the mirror because again, I need to check my lipstick. But this palette was for $88 originally, and I got it for like 40 something dollars. Not saying $40 is like cheap by any means, but I would say much better than $88. But when I purchased this and when I started using this, there is not one shade that I do not like in this, and I'm glad that I purchased this version of it, like for the medium tan skin tone. because I really love everything that is in this blush palette, and I love that it has like a flap to protect all the cream products, and that's my favorite part about this palette, the cream products. And then if you tap these like powder products on top of that, it is such a lovely palette to have in the collection. I don't know if this is available right now or not, but if you can snag it at a sale price around $40, I would say yes, go for it. Like, this again was a smash hit. Let's talk about a palette that I'm glad to have in my collection. And I am really glad that I got it at a discount price, and I've traveled with this so many places. And I'm talking about my Smashbox Cali Contour Face Palette, and this one is in the shade medium to deep. I would highly recommend this. Whatever you want in a face palette is there in this palette, and this is the palette that I'm wearing on my face today. I have this as my bronzer, this as my highlighter, you have a contouring shade, you have like 2 blushes, you have a face powder. I love when a face palette does have a face powder too. Eliminates one more like additional thing in like the travel routine, and I love it. I love how compact this is. There's no like wastage of any spacing or anything. I love how blendable these products are. I can go on and on and on about this product, and I can rave, but this definitely is like a big hit in my opinion. Let's talk about a foundation that I would highly not recommend. This again, I got it from TJ Maxx, and I'm talking about my Milk Makeup foundation stick. I did not like this one bit. Like, this totally was like a miss for me. I do not like the way it applies on my face. I do not like how heavy it feels on my face when I apply it. And moreover, like than anything, I just do not like, as soon as I apply this, next day I wake up with a lot of breakouts on my face. I don't know if it is like expired or is the formula like that. It clogs my pores. I don't know. But this was like a huge regret for me. I would definitely not recommend it. Okay, the next product that I have to talk about is again eyeshadow palettes. And I'm talking about this brand specifically because you cannot find this eyeshadow palette anymore just because it was like a limited edition collection. And I'm talking about Odin's Eye. I would highly recommend you guys to try Odin's Eye. I bought this at like a sale price when they were going with like on a Black Friday sale, and I picked out everything from the Legendary Reversa collection. I cannot say how beautiful the formulas are. The shimmers are outstandingly dimensional. Like, they're so sparkly, they're shifty, they have multi-chromes in them, and the mattes are so blendable. This again was, I'm pretty sure you know all of these palettes, but this is Giant Balls that Annette Makeup Corner had created. Then we have a Red Dragon palette that Judy had created. This is the most neutral out of the palettes that I have from them. But again, it's a special neutral palette because it leans more like peachy and pinky, but with like pops of greens also in it. So pretty it is. Like, I really love it. And then Hummingbird palette. I really thought that I do not need this palette till the time I did not have it. And this was in collaboration with Tina from Fancy Face. And look how beautiful and summery this palette is. Like, I've often dipped into this shade. Of course, you see like a big dip into this like multi-chrome shade. Like, such a beautiful palette. And the tones are lovely. Again, smash hit. Like, highly would recommend them for a sale price. Double thumbs up. Okay, let's talk about a product from a brand that I absolutely love and would highly recommend them at a sale price, because this tends to be like a luxury brand, and I'm talking about Pat McGrath lipsticks. I have several of them, and I would highly recommend this to collect it on a sale price. Let me swatch a few for you. I'm actually wearing one of the shades today. This is the shade Venus in Furs. From where did I get the eyeshadow? Now, yeah. Watch me apply this blue eyeshadow all over my face and look like a clown in the next video. Okay, the next shade is Elson, which is like a bright blue tone, cool tone red shade. The next shade is 1995, which is like a pale pinky nude shade. Then we have the shade Lavish, which is the Luxe Trans lipstick, which is more of like that sheeny formula, and this is more of a mauve shade. And then this is the shade that I'm wearing today, and this is called Divine Brown, which is like a warm tone, deep chocolatey brown shade. And then I do have their lip gloss formula too, which is in the shade Wicked Whisper. So let me show you the swatches of everything, and look how shiny they are. And these are like comfortable matte, but definitely looks like healthy on your lips. Doesn't dry down to like a complete matte, but the formula is what we're talking about. They're in every sense a luxury formula. They have like weight on their packaging. The way you apply it, you can experience luxury when you apply these lipsticks, and that's why I would highly recommend this, especially at a sale price. Pat McGrath does like 30% off site-wide several times a year, but for the lipsticks towards the end of the year, she does like every lipstick or lip formulas for like $12. That is when I would highly recommend it. Definitely do not pay full price for that, because Pat McGrath lipsticks tends to like vary in pricing from like $32, $36, $43, $46, but like towards the end of the year you can actually buy it for like $12 a piece, which is like almost drugstore. So I would highly recommend it at a sale price. Now, the next product that I'm going to talk about is from Hourglass. Now, Hourglass is another luxury product that I don't know, I've not tried much things from Hourglass. I have their face powder, like a loose setting powder. I have this face palette that I'm going to talk about because I got this at a sale price, and I was so happy that I got it, because I use this often. Everything works for me on my medium skin tone, and I love that there's a face powder, there's a blush, there's a bronzer, there's a highlighter. I love how compact this is, and I love the formula of this. So I would highly recommend this, especially if you can find it at a sale price. I got this for like some Sephora sale that they had like marked down this for, and I immediately grabbed it. I am happy, like a smash hit for me. Okay, let's talk about a foundation that's totally a regret for me, and that is from BareMinerals, and this is their original liquid foundation. This I found it in TJ Maxx. I don't even know why I got this, like because this, I don't know, the texture is more like a jelly texture, and I have more of a oily combo skin type. This sits super heavy on my skin. It feels like oily towards like the end of the day, especially after like 6 hours. This is like cake on my face, and I would test out a product for like 2-3 times, but not more than that. Like if I have tons and tons of foundations in my collection which work beautifully, I definitely want to apply that rather than applying a miss in my collection again and again. So yeah, I would not recommend this. This was totally a regret for me. Okay, let's talk about an eyeshadow palette which was an absolute smash hit for me. This is like one of my favorite palettes that I have in my collection, which is colorful. And I got this in a discounted price from Glamlite when Glamlite was going through some kind of a summer sale. And this is the Michaela palette from Glamlite. And look at the shades. This is totally such a must-have for me. Like I love the shades that Michaela had chosen, like absolute hit for me. This is totally my comfort zone, except like the greens and the blues. But I'm loving that they are included in it so that I can like dip into like one of the shades and like pop it like a pop of color. But I love the purples, I love the pinks, I love the bronzes that are there in this palette, and I love the formula. The shimmers are so dimensional, the mattes are so blendable. I absolutely love it. Okay, let's talk about another product from Pat McGrath that I got it for a sale price. I nearly did not pay a full price for this product, and I'm glad I did not, because this is a $128 palette, and I did not even pay like $70, I would say. But this is the Bronze Seduction palette from Mother Pat, and I only use like these shades. I do like her this matte and this matte. I never use her these shimmers. I am not bananas over this shade. This is a little more like on the patchier side. So like, for like 6 shades out of the 10 shades, I won't pay $128, and I would not recommend this. Am I glad that this is in my collection? Because this is the only Pat McGrath palette, like a mothership palette in my collection. I'm glad that it is there because of those special shades. But again, I would say if you want to invest in like her special shades, just buy her special shades or go to indie brands, because they do special shades like no other. Like from the time I've started getting into indie makeup, they have just blown my socks off. I definitely feel that you can get like a Pat McGrath quality in the indie brands. And I have a lot of indie videos on my channel. I'll link a few in the icons above for you guys to check it out. But again, is this a regret? No, I'm happy that it is in my collection. Is it a hit? Not really. So it's like right in the middle. So would I recommend this now? But am I happy? Yeah. Just take that as whatever you want to take. The last product that I'm going to talk about is definite smash hit for me, and this is one of the palettes that is like my favorite palette in my collection. This was in my top 3 palettes in the last year, and I'm glad that I found it on a sale, because this is my ABH Norvina 5 palette. And if you guys don't know me, I am a big purple lover, and you cannot get more purple than this. If you love purples, you absolutely need to have this. The shades of purples that are in this palette can take you to places. The shimmers, the mattes, everything, not one shade is like a dud. Absolute smash hit for me. Like, would highly recommend this, like with 2 thumbs ups, A+++, chef's kiss. Like, I would highly recommend this. So those are the products that I really wanted to talk about today for my sale purchases, hits and misses. So if you did like this video, do give it a thumbs up, and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Do let me know in the comment section below if you want to see like a part 2 of this, because I tend to buy a lot on sale. This is like a frugal lady, okay? But yes, if you did like this video, I generally upload 3 videos every single week, every Tuesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays at 9 AM Eastern Standard Time. Until next time, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.